everyone, happy Saturday. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. I just finished doing yoga outside. It was so relaxing. It was a really perfect start to the day, and I wanted to take you guys around and show you a day in my life because I haven't posted a vlog in forever, it feels like. And I also wanted to show you what a typical day in the life is like for me being a full-time content creator. So it's really interesting because I feel like people don't realize that being a content creator can be a full-time job. Like my day job is managing a TikTok account for the company that I work for, in addition to creating my own content. So it's a lot of fun. I absolutely love it. It was one of my goals last year. I remember back in December of last year, I was writing on my mirror manifesting that I wanted to be a full-time content creator this year, and it happened. So I'm very, very fortunate to be doing that. But I wanted to take you guys around and show you a day in my life because I don't know, I just feel like it's fun and I love watching people's day in the life vlogs, so I figured I'd take you around with me. The one thing I will say about making content and being a content creator is that there really isn't a set 9 to 5. Like even with my, day job that I have for the company that I work for, you kind of set your own hours. It's basically creating a certain amount of videos per month and you can kind of build on it from there. So today's a Saturday. In the corporate world, it's like a Monday through Friday and you kind of unplug on the weekends. But for me, I'm doing something every single day related to content, whether it's for the company that I work for or my own brand, what have you. So I'm gonna take you guys around. This morning, I'm at this beautiful place called Bach Towers, if anyone lives in Central Florida. It's amazing. It's like a garden. It's got nature. It's got all kinds of beautiful things. So I'm gonna take my camera with me and I'm gonna take you guys around. I'm trying to see what else I wanna do today. I do wanna go to the gym. I've been trying to do like an outdoor workout in addition to going to the gym whenever I can. So like today, my outdoor portion was doing the yoga, which was fabulous. And then I am gonna go to the gym later today. That's what I'm planning on doing. I also wanna edit a podcast episode that I have that I want to post hopefully tomorrow. So I'll take you guys through that process. I have a few other videos that I'm thinking I wanna film, and I wanna meditate today too. So not too much of a heavy to-do list, but I figured I would take you guys along with me. So let's get going. So I'm back out on some trails. That's the thing about this place is there's so many different spots that you can walk around and kind of just like explore on your own. But I wanted to tell you guys about something I've been doing, which is I've been doing daily meditations, and I love meditating anyway, but I've been doing Joe Dispenza meditations a lot lately, every single day as a matter of fact. And I've noticed since I've done that my resting heart rate has gone down. And I just feel like way more calm. I've also had some crazy experiences with meditation lately, and I'm not sure if anyone else has had this. And I haven't had this, I don't think, even since I've started meditating. But also, if you see me looking around, it's because I am a little self-conscious still about filming in public, but that's okay. But essentially, what happened was yesterday I was doing my meditation and feeling really relaxed, body scan, whatnot. And at the end of it, I started seeing like visions in my mind's eye. And I don't know if anyone else has had a similar experience to this, but I was seeing like hieroglyphics. They're kind of like hieroglyphics, but I don't really know how else to describe it to you. It was like hieroglyphics meets like cave paintings. And I remember seeing a chariot, and I don't know like what it means. I wasn't frightened by the experience. I thought it was really cool. So yeah, that's something that's been happening lately. But I've noticed like with meditation, if you're more consistent with it and you do it every day, it's like you almost build up more of a capacity for deeper awareness and a deeper sense of mindfulness. Which is something that I've noticed within myself, because I've really, especially since I did my like soft feminine challenge that I posted about a while ago, I've been making an effort to just kind of be more, I don't know, into receiving mode, I guess you could say. And it has made a difference. And I wanted to share that experience because meditation can seem like it's really challenging at first, but if you stick with it, you will notice a shift in your mindset and you'll notice a shift in your energy throughout the day. I know for me, I feel less reactionary when I'm meditating. I feel more centered and more calm. So if you're someone that's just starting out, keep that in mind. You have to be consistent with it. It's not going to happen overnight. And the first time that you meditate, you're not necessarily going to feel a huge shift. But if you stick with it for a long enough time, I guarantee you that you will feel something. I also want to just add something else in here because I'm thinking about it as I'm walking around. I'm so grateful that it's December and I'm able to be in a warm climate. Like, nothing compares. I miss some of the people back in New York and I miss some of the stuff, but I do not miss winter whatsoever. I mean, this is like my favorite time of year now here in Florida. Is like in the summer, it's really hot and humid. But right now, like December, January, February, the humidity kind of breaks. It's obviously still hot. I can't believe I'm even in a jacket right now, but I just don't feel like taking it off and tying it around my waist. But yes, very grateful for the beautiful weather. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I have to stop at the supermarket on the way home, and then I'm gonna head home, make some lunch, and then probably meditate. And then after that, I think I'm gonna go to the gym. So I will take you guys along. I am back again, my friends. It's been a big lapse of time in between when I last checked in with you guys, but I had lunch, I meditated, which I really wanna tell you guys about. I think I already told you actually about my meditation experiences lately, but Joe Dispenza's meditations, I will link them down below, have been so transformative. I literally feel like when I'm coming out of the meditation, I feel like I've just spent time at the spa and it's so amazing. I'm gonna just like set you guys up here so you can see. Do you like my Christmas tree? I like started decorating her. She still needs a lot. I'm trying to see if you guys could see her. Still needs a lot of decorations. I'm trying to stick to like red and gold. I have these little bells. So these are gold too, but I thought these are really cute. I'm really traditional and old school when it comes to Christmas decorations. I'm not a fan of crazy colors like purples and blues and orange. I really love like the traditional Victorian looking kind of Christmas vibe. So that's what I'm going for here. I have a little bit of gold ribbon that I put on it too, but this is a fake tree. It's a Martha Stewart tree. But yeah, it's a fake tree. So I'm thinking I might do that, but if you noticed I changed my outfit, it's because I am planning on going to the gym and I was thinking about bailing, but I'm like, you know what? Let me just go. It's a Saturday night right now. It's like almost 5:30, but I'm like, let me go now so that I don't have to worry about going tomorrow and I can kind of just like relax tomorrow, decorate the tree, take care of some chores around the house. But I also wanted to work on editing a podcast tonight. And I don't know if anyone is kind of like curious about my editing process, but I don't use anything fancy. I literally just use iMovie to edit all my podcasts. And then I use Anchor to distribute it. So if you guys aren't familiar, Anchor is basically just a platform that spits out your podcast to everywhere on the internet. So Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever kind of other services there are out there, you just upload it through there and then it sort of disperses it for you, which is amazing because I don't know what I would do without that. And it's free too, so it's like super easy. I know I've had a few people say that they are interested in potentially like starting a podcast and thinking about doing it. And that would be my biggest suggestion if you're like overwhelmed in terms of how to distribute it, to just use Anchor. And also, like, if you're not comfortable being on camera, I would say just start with recording. You can literally like take your phone and do like audio notes. I'm sorry, I'm like burping. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, you can use like audio notes on your phone to just like record little snippets, and then you can actually put them together in the Anchor app and kind of upload it from there. This video is not sponsored by Anchor, but I do love them. So I'll leave a link to that down below too. But yeah, I just wanted to check in. This is like a pretty relaxing Saturday for me. It's been really nice. Like I said, I did yoga earlier this morning, which was great. And it kind of just feels good to take a day that's not like a structured routine of like, this is what I do in the morning and this is what the whole day is going to look like. And it's interesting because I've been reading Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he talks a lot about how we create our reality through what is known, right? Like in our habits. So if we're doing the same thing every day, our body is chemically and structurally prepared for that same thing. So your body is like expecting the same thing to happen. So it's like, if you live every single day in the same way and you show up in the same way every single day, how can you expect anything new to come into your life or into your reality if you're living the same day like it's on repeat? Like you wake up, you shower, brush your teeth, have coffee, have breakfast, go to work, go to the store on the way home, watch TV, maybe drink some alcohol, go to bed, rinse and repeat. It's like, how can you expect to create any kind of experience outside of that if that's all that you're living in, right? It's like the unknown is where it happens. The mystery is where it happens. So that's something I've been trying to kind of play with. I really like the idea of like embracing the unknown. And for me, that's kind of taking a step away from the daily routine, because I do have a pretty set daily routine at this point. In terms of like waking up, I read every morning. I have my coffee in the same way. I usually like to go for like a walk outside or get some sort of outdoor, sunlight early in the morning. Then I'll come home, I'll shower, I'll do my work for the day, meditate, go to the gym, whatever. And it's a pretty set routine. And don't get me wrong, I really don't think there's anything wrong with routines. I just think that it makes a lot of sense. Like, take a chance to step out of it. Like even today, I've had so many just like little serendipitous encounters of like, wow, I feel like my vibe is really good right now, and just like stepping outside of that routine and just allowing yourself to kind of like go with the flow is really nice. Like even on the way home today, I wasn't planning on it, but I just, as I was turning, I could have gone this direction to go home, and I could have gone this direction to go to like downtown where there's some cute boutiques and like little stores to poke around. And I was like, you know what, like last minute I switched lanes and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go like poke around downtown and see what happens, because why not? I just like felt like it. And I went into a couple of the stores. I got some Christmas gifts for some people. And it just felt really nice to just like leisurely poke around and like not have a set schedule of like, I have to be here at this time. I'm only gonna allow myself this, number of minutes to do this activity, to just kind of like go with the flow. And that's what I'm doing now. Like normally, I would be kind of like hard on myself for the fact that it's like almost 5:30 and I'm not getting to the gym, but it's like, what's the big fucking deal? Like, so what? It's almost 5:30. I don't really care. I still got most of the stuff that I wanted to get done for the day done. And so that way I can kind of just like really chill out tomorrow. But I do have some more video stuff to do tomorrow in terms of like content for the company that I work for, and also content for myself. So I think I had mentioned something earlier in this vlog, or like earlier in the day when I was checking in with you guys, that being a full-time content creator, there's not really set days off. And it's not that you're working like, crazy hours. It's not even that you're working like 9 to 5. It's just that every single day, like you've got to be showing up in some capacity, especially being in the space of social media. It's like, yeah, you could take a day or two off here and there, but like for me, I think the only time I've taken like 2 or more consecutive days off was when I went to North Carolina with my mom last month. And yeah, I mean, that's how it's been like ever since, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I want to make that so clear. Like the whole corporate rat race of like the corporate 9 to 5 thing that I did before I pursued the path of fitness and now pursuing this path, like I would not trade it for anything. I love what I do. I love that I have the freedom to be able to do it from wherever. Like that's another thing too. If you're a content creator, like if you're doing UGC, user generated content, if you're, doing social media management, oftentimes these positions are work from home, work remotely, and you can really travel. I know a lot of people who are digital nomads in this space who kind of just like travel around. And I think that's so amazing to be able to have that freedom and that flexibility. So I'm really grateful for that. But it is, like I said, if anyone out there is interested in pursuing this as a career path, I think that's just something to keep in mind, that it's the kind of thing you really do have to show up for every day. Depending also on like what, I guess, the company or the brand that you're working with wants you to do. And even for your own brand, like for myself, I get like really hard on myself if it's been like more than 3 days and I haven't, posted something on TikTok. So Yeah, it's just something to keep in mind, but I absolutely love it. And if you guys have any other questions about becoming a full-time content creator or how to do that, also, I'm not farting. It's this chair that's like making these noises. But yeah, if you have any other questions about that, let me know because I'd be happy to answer them for you. I will say that I remember December of last year this was when I like really started doing the mirror manifesting method that I talk about all the time over on my TikTok. I wrote on that. I specifically wrote on it. I am so happy and grateful that I am a full-time content creator and that I'm making my money through creating TikTok videos. And this was at a time when I had lost my other job. I was getting ready to move to Florida. I had no career plan whatsoever. I had no idea what I was gonna do. I was like, once I move down, I'll find like a personal training gig somewhere and figure it out. I genuinely had no plan. And I kind of just tossed it up to the universe and hoped for the best. And within like a month of me writing that out and setting that intention, the job that I have now fell into my lap. And I'm so grateful for that. And it's a reminder to me to trust the process and also to know that things can sometimes just unfold in a way that you couldn't even have possibly imagined and maybe even better than you thought. So I'm really grateful for that. Let that be a reminder to you if you're trying to manifest something, like trust the process. Sometimes if something falls apart like that, like it gives you that space where you're kind of like, what do I do? What's the next step? But in due time, the next step will be revealed to you. You just have to trust the process and trust that you will find your footing. So that being said, I'm done rambling. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna try to film some clips for you guys. I'm gonna do an upper body workout tonight, I think. I've been doing a lot of legs recently and I've been neglecting upper body a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So it is time to go to the gym. I will check in with you guys in a little bit. What is up, everyone? It's future me. I am back. It's already Thursday and I was supposed to do like a day in the life vlog and I realized that I didn't finish the end of it. So I'm hopping on here to kind of quickly give you guys like an outro for what I was talking about in the last vlog. And I realized I didn't really tell you guys a lot about my content creation process because that's basically what I do every single day and it's a lot of fun. So I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about what I do for the podcast in particular. I know I've kind of been slacking with the podcast lately, but I'm trying to get back into it. I'm uploading an episode tomorrow morning, but by the time you see this vlog, it's not even gonna relate. But basically I've used really basic stuff to edit my podcast. I just use iMovie for the visual component of it. I'll try and show you guys some of like how I do this. So basically, as you can see, I just use iMovie, but I make sure that when I'm recording in Zoom that I have separate audio tracks for me and for whoever I have on as a guest. So this is my friend Kat. Hi Kat, if you're watching this. We had an awesome episode. By the time this vlog is out, you guys can go check that out. But basically, I'll just use the video footage from Zoom and then I'll grab the audio footage or audio recording from Zoom on their end, whoever the guest is, and then on my end, I will record that separately in Garageband. And I will tell you guys also, I have a special microphone that I use that was actually a gift from my brother, which is super cool. I think the brand is pronounced Uhuru. I feel like I'm definitely saying that wrong, but this is an absolute game changer. If you've been watching my channel for a while, my old microphone was not this fancy. This has like a full-on stand and everything, and you can adjust it, you can move it around. Which is great. It also comes with, I'm really struggling to get this on my tripod right now. It also comes with like a special windscreen, but I can't figure out how to put it on. So I'm like, you know what? It's fine if it's just like this, but I love also like, this is my desk area too, where I do work. So I like being able to just kind of push this to the side. I don't ever have to really unplug it or put it away because it has a designated space to stay. So yeah, that's typically my process for editing the podcast itself. And then in terms of the thumbnails and some of the promo material, I will use Canva to make the thumbnails. I'll try to insert a picture of the thumbnail for this podcast so you guys can see. And it's pretty quick. I've kind of gotten down to like a style that I really like on Canva. And I also use a background removing tool for myself and also for whoever I have on so that I can throw them into the thumbnail. And it works really well and it's free, so I'll try to leave a link in that for the description if you guys are interested. Again, I use Canva. I do have Canva Pro, so I have access to some more features than you would with the free version of Canva. And then that background remover that I use is totally free. So that's kind of what I do for the creative part of the podcast. and then I put it up on YouTube. I'll, you know, get some clips from it, whatever. I do everything myself, so it does take me a lot of time, especially working on top of it, which is something I've kind of been struggling with, because when I first started the podcast, it was during COVID, and I didn't have a job at that time, obviously, because I was locked at home, but now there's like other things and life exists on top of it. So I'm trying to give myself grace with not being, having to feel like I have to upload an episode every single week. So yeah, that's kind of what I do for the podcast. And then in terms of what I do for TikTok content, I love using Notion. Notion is what I use for my job, but it's also what I use for my personal organization. And it's a website you can kind of have a lot of fun with it. They have so many different templates for ways for you to organize information. If I'm doing scripted videos, I like to use Notion to write the scripts out. If I have charts of ideas that I want to jot down, I'm gonna see if I can try and show you guys my personal Notion. I just want to make sure I'm not like leaking my work stuff, because like I said, I do also use it for work. But basically, I'll show you guys a little clip of what that looks like. This was signs that you're a starseed, so I had written down all my notes in here. As you can see, I have other areas too where I keep track of stuff, like my TikTok plan. I don't really use the to-do list on here. I like writing out my to-do lists just by hand more. I feel like it helps me stay on track a bit better. But yeah, Notion is a great tool. You can put, I have some things here from Moon Cycles. That was a podcast episode I did a while ago. So I like to sort all of my information here, and then you can link websites that you used. Like I said, I have some scripts here too for TikTok sketches and whatnot. So Notion's a great tool for staying organized. I'm not sponsored by them. I wish I was. But yeah, Notion is an absolute game changer for staying organized. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this vlog. I do want to start vlogging more. I just struggle with consistency, especially when it comes to vlogging, because I'm doing so much other stuff video and content creation wise that it kind of slips through the cracks. But if you liked this video, if you want me to do more vlogs, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to start vlogging more if I knew that people were interested in watching my daily life. And yeah, I'll leave links to the resources that I talked about in this video down in the description. And if you haven't subscribed already and you've made it this far into the video, then what are you doing? Obviously, you're enjoying my vibe, so hit that subscribe button. And yeah, that's it. I will see you guys next time. Bye.